I'm gonna go straight to the MTX store, by the way. I don't give a fuck about anything else.
I am Veldo Kaiserius, Chief Archon of the Oriath Academy. I write in a fevered state, terrified by what I have become. I have gazed upon things not meant for the eyes of man. Spores of malignant madness that must be stopped. None of us are safe. An elder and indescribable evil, shrieking with immemorial lunacy. My sanity, ravaged by its relentless jaws. I hear its cry, echoing through my blistered mind. The Elder stands, knocking at the threshold.
Holy, that robe! Ooh!
This war for the Atlas is a war for our sanity, a war for our world, a war for our souls.
Ancient Diablo 3 style items? Amazing, by the way. Yes! The best supporter pack is the cheapest one! Fuck everything else! Hell yeah. Fuck yes. $60? More like for free. What's this?
Border. While playing in these areas, you'll discover that a being called the Elder is infecting the Atlas and draining power from the Shaper's.
Oh my god, I could just imagine the guy making the sounds for these dudes. It's just
a being
like
called the Elder is infecting the Atlas and draining power from the Shaper's creations. The Shaper will attempt to contain the Elder. As you explore the new Atlas of Worlds, you'll encounter maps that are marked with this border. While playing in these areas, you'll discover that a being called the Elder is infecting the Atlas and draining power from the Shaper's creations. The Shaper will attempt to contain the Elder's spread by taking control of maps himself to block the Elder.
boobies. Wait, so I thought the this guy's a unicorn. I thought the Shaper was the tentacle dude. Apparently there's a more tentacle dude? What the fuck?
As well. So this is the Templar laboratory which players reach at the endgame, and in it they discover the Atlas of Worlds. We've updated this substantially with this atlas, adding an additional 32 maps and updating the pathing so that it makes more sense in terms of what maps connect to which. Now when you play this new atlas, you'll notice this area here where there are some maps that are contained inside a border that's covered in writhing tentacles. So let's play one of those maps to find out what's going on there.
Fuck, dude. Fuck.
Jonathan's playing a witch here that's using two different new skills in this expansion. The first one is Unearth. When he casts Unearth, it creates a corpse at the destination. He's using multiple projectiles, so he gets multiple corpses. He's also using this cremation skill, which explodes a corpse into a molten geyser.
That is huge! What the fuck? That's so cool! I'm making a build around that.
So while these would normally be used for other items have different mods. These boots, for example, mean that you can't be affected by burning ground. So the gloves, in this case, have level 20 poison support and increased poison duration.
Is there a support for not being affected by burning ground slag too? I would like that.
Neither of which are things. So Jonathan's going to use a cheat to teleport to get to the end boss. So normally when you encounter this boss, you get quite a horrible fight, but in this case you get a chance to see the Elder. So the Elder surprises the boss, killing it in one hit, and sucking its life force and power out. It then uses this power to construct a boss of its own, a Guardian, and it puts it inside this portal for you to fight. Now the
Oh my god, have these people never watched Dragon Ball? Just fucking smash the Elder in. Why you waiting for Frieza to power up, dude? What the shit? He's gathering the Genki Dama. What?
Inside this portal for you to fight. Now the properties of the boss that's been killed dictates a lot about this fight.
Oh wait, they actually changed it too. Life leech per second is doubled. Oh fuck, they actually changed it. Maximum life leech rate is doubled. Life regeneration has no effect. I mean, it's not like stupidly overpowered, but it's still really powerful. Like really, really powerful. I'm more concerned about its location. Like, there's not that much of a difference. Like, it will prevent people from dying the way like Ziz lived, for instance, right? Like, he had that one VOD where he like went boop 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 boop. Like, this will help with that, but it's still really strong. Slayer meta. I think the Slayer thing is gonna get changed. I don't believe that this will stay the same, because with like leech rate, this is literally like might as well be instant, you know. I'm more thinking about the position. Like, in a way, I like the position because it targets the weakest endgame builds, right? So melee and bow. I was thinking that maybe they would put it over here, but then it's too far from bow and nothing really travels there. But at the same time, when it's here, sometimes it's going to be like too far for staff or mace, which is already weaker than the axe that benefits from nodes here. Holy fuck, that's awesome. What is it? It's so the sound of the cracks on the ground is so satisfying. Holy shit. Holy fuck, that's cool. What the fuck? That's amazing. It's literally Seekers. Oh my god, look! They even like... Some of them weren't moving, and then the other ones started targeting, and as soon as you started seeing the mobs, these guys would travel too? Dude, you got a triple kill. That's badass, dude. Oh, the red stuff? You think that's it? Wait. Oh my god. The Molten Strike. Whoa! That's awesome! What the fuck? The Molten Strike's fucking popping off! Holy shit, that's cool. That's awesome! Look, he's attacking these dudes and there's molten balls fucking flying all over here. That's badass. Damn! That's cool as fuck. Nice. You can play like a really solid Molten Strike right now.
This evolved mostly by itself, but I absolutely see the comparison. Having not played Final Fantasy X myself, I look at that and it functions a little bit differently in some key ways.
Right.
Like with this one, you don't personally have a location on the grid; you can expand. In any direction.
Look at that! Fucking Jonathan! What the fuck? This is where the screenshot came from? Look how he, like, keeps it on the Volpag. This poor interviewer, he doesn't even know what the fuck's going on. He's like, la la la, yeah, pure dexterity. Makes sense, I mean, get here. Then Jonathan's just like, look at Volpag, y'all.
It's like,
What
with this
the
one,
fuck?
you don't personally have a location where you can expand in any direction. And, there's certainly that. For example, Jonathan, could you zoom in on the ascendancy skill?
Jonathan's no, fuck you. I'm taking care of the. Fuck this interviewer. I don't. Nobody cares about him. They want the Volpag, y'all.
D10 myself.
Look how he tracks
a
it
little
back.
differently in some key ways. Like with this one, you don't personally have a location on the grid. You can expand in any direction, and there's
All right, 20 seconds. Should I look away?
certainly that. For example, Jonathan, could you zoom in on the
Zoom in on the Volpag? Oh,
ascendancy
no.
skill thing?
You
We've
mean
added
it?
many
Okay.
different customization options. Like your character gets the ability to choose a subclass that has a
But what? Do I Volpag now? Now?
smaller concentrated tree of specific abilities, kind of like a talent tree from a game like World of Warcraft, for example. Basically, their own mini expansions unto themselves. Like the Abyss League has bosses and areas and all sorts of crazy itemization and stuff going on in that league.
So in a game like Diablo 3,
See, that's really interesting because we haven't really heard anything about Abyss yet. They said that they're going to announce it next week, but apparently is huge amounts of itemization and bosses. Bosses, by the way, sounds really cool.
I was really into the seasons for a long time because it was like a cool.
Ooh. Whoa, that's cool. That's cool too. Whoa! Oh. Oh! Holy. Whoa! Whoa! Holy shit! Jesus! The fuck? Look out, dude! Look out! Look! Shaped and Elder items. As you find in maps, the Shaper, or Elder control. Wait, what? As you find in maps the Shaper or Elder control, you may find rare shaped and Elder items which can be crafted to have ancient properties that don't normally occur. Unaffected by shock ground, dudes. Let's go. So I guess the tentacle shit is so I guess the tentacle dudes are the Shaper Senior, and then the cosmic shit is Shaper Junior. Succulent gems are supported by level 20 chance to bleed, level 20 ruthless, level 18 melee splash, 2 prefixes, area of what the fuck is this? It's a 6-link with 2 white sockets. It's got all its increased area of effect? Like, what the fuck is that? Active skill gems +1. Damn. GGG finally listened to all these whiners about bringing back rare items. Here we fucking go. I wonder if that's completely random. Holy shit. This thing has all its prefixes and suffixes. It doesn't have one suffix. Sorry, prefix. Well, depending on what the area of effect is. Probably a suffix. Holy shit! What? What the fuck? This thing is a 6-link on a pair of gloves, and it's got all its prefixes and suffixes. What? What? Oh my god, dude. Place an additional mine, remote mine, hypothermia, lightning damage to spells on a helmet? What the fuck? How are these so ridiculously overpowered? There must be some trick to this. Like, what? The Abyss Challenge League. Path of Exile War Battle for Azeroth launches on December 8th Pacific Time on PC and shortly after on Xbox One. Alongside the expansion, we're also introducing the Abyss Challenge League. Fight foes that spill forth from the underworld beneath your feet as you journey across Rayclast. Claim valuable new Abyss jewels to customize your characters and items in new ways. We'll post detailed information about how the Abyss Challenge League works next week. It's like a breachy Beyondy thing. Unearth fires a projectile that will pierce through enemies to impact the ground at the target location. Creates a bone archer corpse where it lands. Maximum of 7 corpses allowed. Projectile pierces all targets. Deals 13 to 19 physical damage. 13 to 19 physical damage. Projectile spell. Creates a corpse. That seems pretty powerful so far. Body swap. See, they did work in the body swap into the thing. Your body explodes. That doesn't sound good. Dealing spell damage in an area around you. Seems like a softcore gem. And the targeted corpse also explodes, dealing damage around it. Your body is recreated at the location of the corpse. The explosion of the corpse is not affected by modifiers to spell damage. The spell cannot be repeated. Level 10 gem, 13 to 19 fire damage. Explosion deals base fire damage equal to 3% of your maximum life. That's crazy. Explosion deals base fire damage equal to 3% of the corpse's maximum life. Damn, that's a fucking strong skill. What? 6%? Because both deal damage? Holy shit. You can just like spam desecrate with something and just like body swap on top of a boss, and this damage seems really high. Like really high. 0.8 cast time too. That seems very powerful for single target. Volatile Dead. Corpses near the targeted location explode, dealing damage in small area and creating an orb which moves towards nearby enemies before dealing spell damage in a larger area. The explosion of the corpse is not affected by modifiers to spell damage. Yo, this is literally Seeker from Grim Dawn. Deals 20 to 25 fire damage. That's a lot. Level 12. That's a lot. 50% effectiveness, 5% crit. Destroy up to 3 corpses. Explosions deal base fire damage equal to 3% of the corpse's maximum life. Corpses near the targeted location explode, dealing damage in a small area and creating an orb which moves towards nearby enemies before dealing spell damage in a larger area. That sounds pretty good too. We're gonna have to look for that skill in the trailer. Cremation. A targeted corpse explodes, dealing area damage and turning into a volcanic geyser, which will repeatedly unleash projectiles sequentially over the surrounding area for a duration. So literally Ravenous Earth / Fisher from Grim Dawn, except it comes out of a corpse. The explosion of the corpses is not affected by modifiers to spell damage. Level 28, 50% effectiveness, 5% crit, 0.6 cast time, pretty good. Deals 40 to 60 fire damage, really high damage. Base duration is 8 seconds, fucking insane duration. 3 additional projectiles, literally ravenous arrows slash fisher. Explosions deal fire damage equal to 4% of the corpse's maximum life. Maximum of 3 gazers at a time. Seems powerful. But out of a corpse? I don't know, my dudes. Unannounced. Oh. 2 more. Storm Barrier Support. Support any channeling skill. Protects you from damage while you channel it. Battle for Azeroth, everybody. 50% chance to gain a power charge when hit while channeling support skills. 8% less lightning damage taken from hits while channeling support skills. 8% less physical damage taken from hits while channeling supported skills. Level 4. Interesting. That seems pretty alright. Seems quite powerful. Like it scales really far up. But you kind of have to put yourself at a disadvantage to give the advantage of this gem. Which is kind of... But who knows? You know, they're reworking endgame, so we'll see. Maybe mobs fight back. Supports skills that fire projectiles from the user. Volley, by the way. Supports skills that fire projectiles from the user. Does not affect projectiles fired from other locations as secondary effects. Does not affect projectiles fired from other locations as secondary effects. Supported skills have 2 additional projectiles. Supported skills also fire projectiles from points to either side of you. Supported skills deal 25% less projectile damage. Yeah. Does not affect projectiles fired from other locations as secondary effect. It shoots to the sides? But sometimes to the left, sometimes to the right? Is the 2 additional projectiles to the initial attack? Do the side projectiles... I don't get it. Sounds like that split arrow jewel? No. Yeah. No. The does not affect projectiles fired from other locations as secondary effects. Definitely makes sense. You can see it in the video. Yeah, we'll have to look it up. Ice Spear in the trailer. Alright, we'll check it out in a second. Supports spell skills that apply an effect to an area around the targeted location. Spell Cascade. Supported skills have 25% less area of effect. Supported skills have 50% less damage. Supported area of effect skills also affect areas in front and behind the targeted area. Oh! 25% less. Support skills deal 50% less. That's a lot. I think this scales down a lot. I think it's gonna go down to like 30% less damage. Damn, that's pretty fucking strong, honestly. That's fucking pretty powerful. I wonder if the 25% less, I think they're gonna keep the 25% less, and the less damage is probably going to scale down to 30. Pretty fucking good. This thing seems pretty fucking good. Contagion. Yeah, Contagion is a great example of something that you can use with this. I think you're even going to be using this with just anything, honestly. Anything that's an explosion. It has to be placed on the ground. Like, imagine Flame Blast, because this overlaps, right? So you're hitting 3 times with a Flame Blast, and you've got essentially what is double the AoE, right? But you can also use it on support gems, like for instance Contagion. Because this has to be a ground targeted spell. Ancestral Call Support. Support single target melee attack skills. Uh-oh. Causing them to attack multiple targets simultaneously. Cannot support minions. Supports single target melee attack skills, causing them to attack multiple targets simultaneously. Support skills deal 25% less damage. Supports attack skills also target 2 nearby enemies. Huh. I wonder how this scales. I think it scales up in enemies, honestly. I think the damage stays the same, or maybe scales down to 15, and the nearby enemies scale probably up to 5 or 6 targets. That's pretty good too. It's not like super good, but it's pretty fucking good. Sorry. Alright. Arborbordor. 64 to 206 physical damage, 99 evasion rating, 2 additional arrows. Every 16 seconds you gain iron reflexes for 8 seconds. 300%. 30% more bow damage at close range while you have iron reflexes. 30% increased attack, cast, and movement speed while you do not have iron reflexes. You have far shot while you do not have iron reflexes. And it's an assassin bow. It's like pretty good. It's interesting. I think it will be primarily be used as like a maybe some sort of like minion enabler and stuff like that. I don't know. Consistency is key in PoE. Kinda It's an interesting one. I'm sure you can do something with it, but it's not looking like totally ridiculous. Just because there's other, like even rare bows just have better stats. It's just that this thing has 2 additional arrows, which, yeah, I don't know. White Wind. Something all gamers know something about. Adds 196 to 310 cold damage, 14 attack speed, resulting in 165 on an Imperial skin. 324 evasion rating, 20% chance to dodge attacks while your offhand is empty. 100% increased cold damage while your offhand is empty. This is pretty bad too. I don't know, 196 to 310? This seems like one of those items where it's like, oh, you need 2 good weapons, now you just need 1. I don't know. A big fuck you to Liko. I mean, it's definitely gonna see. It's kind of like Nikta's Lantern. Like, it's got an early game use, but then eventually, like an early mapping game use, but then eventually it doesn't seem like one of those items that you want to stick around with. It's still pretty good, though. Wish it wasn't a faster base, maybe. Yoke of Suffering. What a yoke. 16 fire resistance, Onyx Amulet, by the way. 12 cold resistance, 22 lightning resistance. Seems like there's a big role in all 3 of those. But it might also take the Queen of the Forest exit. 30% reduced duration of ailments on enemies. 10% chance to shock. Enemies take 5% increased damage for each type of ailment you have inflicted on them. Your elemental damage can shock. Triple res, reduced duration of ailments, 10% chance to shock. Enemies take 5% increased damage for each type of ailment you have inflicted on them. Your elemental damage can shock. This is fucking really good. Like, stupidly good. 5% increased damage for each type of ailment? That's fucking pretty fucking good. Support meta. I think even if you're not a support, you would use this. Level 20 requirement. Yeah, but it's one of those items that really benefits from crits and stuff like that. It's pretty good. That's a really good item. Very interesting design too. I like it. Lots of uses. The Hungry Loop Unset Ring consumes socketed support gems when they reach maximum level. Can consume 3 additional support gems. Socketed gems are supported by level 20 cast when damage taken. What the fuck? That's super awesome. I mean, it's dog shit, but it's super awesome. I mean, is it dog shit? It enables like a cast when damage taken setup, and for a lot of builds, and it enables like some cast when damage taken builds, and probably also comes roots for some builds. Boots. I like the art on these boots, although it looked better on the pictures that they showcased. Riveted boots. Cold Chaos, move 20 movement speed, gain a frenzy endurance or power charge once per second while you are stationary. Lose all frenzy charges when you move. I mean, they probably have some uses, right? But at the same time, I don't know. How long are you going to be standing on top of that boss? I don't think anybody's going to be lightning warping, guys. Disable your move, just lightning warp everywhere. And then you've got like a tiny wall, and you're just like, fuck it. As somebody who has played Lightning Warp totems many times, and has played with Lightning Warp many times, and has made attack builds with Lightning Warp, by the way, Lightning Warp is not that great, guys. And there's a lot of locations that you can't get to with Lightning Warp. Probably even more so now, when Leap is also kind of fucked in a lot of tile sets. Twilight... Purple. Map tier 9. Area has increased monster variety. Area is inhabited by Lunaris fanatics. Area is inhabited by Solaris fanatics. Players are cursed with flammability. Players are cursed with frostbite. Well, this seems rather straightforward. Maybe there's something interesting in it.